What's going on, YouTube? Dre knows back at it again, bringing you another video. So we're back on the Seahawks CFM in the Madden Underground Pro League PS4 on the PS4 side. Appreciate you guys still rocking with the series. I know I've been kind of slacking here recently in terms of the series with, focusing on other videos, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the content anyways. We're just back at it now. I know I've been meaning to put this video out for a little bit of time now. We actually do have quite a bit to get through so we can get caught back up. So let's go ahead, get started. First game up, we're taking on the Arizona Cardinals, led by actually one of my crewmates. His name is Sprint. He's actually really good. He actually won our because we actually ended up doing a preseason invitational tournament, or was it an invitational? I don't even remember. We just did a preseason tournament. And he actually went ahead and took the W in that tournament. So obviously I know we do have our hands full dealing with him. He does run a really good shotgun bunch type offense. Very good. And knowing all the weapons that the Arizona Cardinals have, it does make life kind of difficult on our defense that, at times does struggle. As you guys can see right there, we think we have everything blanketed. And of course, he's able to go ahead, roll out with Kyler Murray, and is able to go ahead and hit a nice dot down the sideline and get him inside the red zone. And from here, he takes off with Murray, but we do make him fumble. So we're able to go ahead, get the ball back, and actually get some decent run after recovery yardage, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, able to go ahead and get the ball back. But his defense is really good. And I don't know what I was thinking on that throw. I know whenever I played these games, initially in season 1 for a majority of the season, I was still at the point where I was still kind of trying to find myself on offense. Compared to where I'm at now, if you guys have been keeping up and been watching, if you haven't, feel free to check the links down below, twitch.tv/DreKnowsTV. My offense now compared to what it was like in these videos in the CFM, I feel like is leaps and bounds better to what compared to what it was now. But I remember coming into this game, knowing the type of offense that Sprint has, my game plan was just to try to really just play clock management, try to eat up the clock as much as possible, and not really give him too many opportunities. And for the most part, we actually did a really good job in that first half to really limit his opportunities. I think he only got 2 possessions, maybe 3 at the most, and he's only come away with 7 points. So, our defense is doing its part. It's just we have to be able to get it going on offense. That's really what we need to do, especially against a guy like Sprint, who I want to say in this season, he's averaging probably close to like 35, 40 points a game on offense. And a lot of that is just due to the connection that he has with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. But we're able to go ahead, force a 4th and 4. Kind of wish we didn't pick it off there because we could have got the ball at midfield, but it's okay. Able to go ahead, get the interception with Shaquille Griffin, and we're back in business. Able to go ahead, get a return to about the 25, so it would have been a touchback anyways. But again, like I mentioned, we are just struggling on offense. He's able to go ahead and get tons of pressure with this defense, and that's one of the things about the Cardinals. They have a very fast defense, so it does force you to make quick decisions. And then with the Seahawks, their offensive line isn't exactly the greatest, so that definitely does not help. As you guys can see there, he's able to go ahead, get an interception. So at this point, really all we can do is just play bend but don't break defense. But you can only bend for so long before someone like Kyler Murray is able to go ahead and scramble out for a touchdown there. So we are in trouble. At this point, I'm just kind of freestyling on offense because nothing has been going my way. And sure enough, we're able to go ahead and drop it in the bucket to our guy, Chris Carson. And that's easily by far the biggest play we've had all game. So, 2nd and goal. Can we get something going? Nope. And we get to throw out a sack interception. That's one thing that I definitely need to rant on, the throw out a sack interceptions. Like, to me, in my opinion, I would rather be sacked and keep the ball back as opposed to getting the throw out a sack. But very next play, we're able to go ahead, force another fumble with Kyler Murray. That's actually his 2nd fumble of the game. So again, we have a golden opportunity to make it a 1-possession game. Go ahead, hand the ball off to Carlos Hyde, able to go ahead and I thought we actually had a first down there. I'll be honest, I did not think we needed a 3rd and inches. But again, go ahead, we are in the red zone, able to go ahead, fullback dive on 2nd and goal to Chris Carson, and hey, listen, for as bad as we started in this game, to only be down one possession, I'll definitely take it, especially against kind of the mismatch that we have between our defense and his offense. But, as you guys can see there, DeAndre Hopkins just mosses whoever that was. I think that was, I don't know who was that, our safety. I think it was Marquise Blair. And, of course, as you guys can see, that's pretty much going to be GG's in the chat. This friend is able to go ahead, come away. I think it's a 28-7 victory. I'm trying to get through these games as quick as possible, guys, because there's a ton of games that we have to get caught up on. So, unfortunately, do take the L there against the Cardinals. So, we move on to next week. We move on, as Bill Belichick would say back in the day, instead of on to Cincinnati, we're on to Philadelphia. Taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, a much better start as we're able to go ahead and get an interception with Shaquille Griffin. And we're going to go ahead, hand the ball off. Very first play, Chris Carson able to almost get in the end zone. He actually gets stopped at the 1. So, feeling good where we're at this point. I thought, Chris Carson got in there initially, but we're going to go ahead. Fullback dive. Carlos Hyde punches it in, and we're up 7-0. Feeling really good. If you guys haven't noticed, what I'm doing, I'm mainly just focusing on just like important and big plays that kind of happen throughout the game. I'm not going to go play by play throughout every single play, because if I did, this would probably be like an hour-long video, and I'm not trying to do that to you guys. So, as far as in this game, kind of the thing really that I noticed with my opponent is all he's really doing is either running the ball, running stretch and dive, or he's just running his crossers to Rieger, or I forgot who his other receivers, Deshaun Jackson maybe. So, that's really all he has. He's not very good. I'll be flat honest with you. He's not very good. But as you guys can see there, he's able to go ahead, hit a wide open drag route to Deshaun Jackson. Again, with the Seahawks, they don't really have the type of defense to really call man-to-man coverage as consistently as I was doing. And that's kind of one of the things that I learned throughout year one is the Seahawks definitely do not have a man coverage type team. And again, we decided to go for it. They're on 4th and 1 or 4th and 3 or something like that, and we just get stopped just short of the first. So don't like to see that. And at this point, with my opponent's offense, he was running QB draw quite a bit, which at the time that this game was played, QB draw was starting to become kind of the meta in Madden. But we're able to go ahead, get the stop there, and I thought we were going to get the block there, but my opponent pushes it to the right, and we're able to go ahead, no harm, no foul, able to go ahead and really, get a big stop there. I thought we could have had Metcalf there. I'm not sure how we overthrew that, especially with Russell Wilson, who has, I believe he has dashing deadeye or something like that. So we're supposed to, we're supposed to have perfect accuracy on those sideline throws, but hate to see that. And again, really with my opponent, he's just kind of one of those guys where, he'll run one thing, and if you beat him, it's pretty much GG's because he really got nothing else. He just ran man-to-man coverage and just ran the ball. That's really all it comes down to it. Again, I get kind of stubborn here. Should have just taken my 3, but with no timeouts, I decided to go for it. I think we have the corner route, and I think that was a safety or whoever that was, makes a beautiful play. And we are actually not able to get any points going into half. So you hate to see that. So, the thing that I kind of struggled with in this game, obviously, was the man-to-man coverage. But it's just that, with the Seahawks, prior to really this season, they didn't really have a whole lot of receivers that had, the thresholds to really beat man-to-man coverage. I think at this point, it was only Tyler Lockett that could beat man coverage, really. And, whenever you just focus on him, it's kind of easy to kind of pinpoint on everyone else. So really, again, I'm at the point where I'm just kind of freestyling everything, just trying to get something to happen. I should have thrown square. Now that I look back at it, that's a bad read on my part. It's just kind of, it's humbling to look at these type of videos to see where I went wrong. Because it's just little silly mistakes that really kind of cost me these games for those who got for those who couldn't tell already. But again, we do force a 4th and 14. So in my mind, I'm thinking he's punting for it. But of course, like I said, my opponent, all he's really got is the crossers, and I'm not sure what happened with the purple that we had there. Our purple was supposed to play that, and I think I had him set at 20 yards at that point, but again, just nothing doing, not able to make anything happen there. and just it's just looking rough right now, especially over the last couple games here. So, you know, defense has been playing well, honestly. It's just really the offense has been killing us, really. So we do force our opponent just to 3, so still well within reach of this game. But again, just really just struggling to make anything happen. And then again, throw out a sack. I hate that they put that in the game. It's just very frustrating. And then not sure what in the world this was. Like, I don't think there was any pressure any there, because if it did, I think it might have said pressure inaccurate or something like that. It was just a terrible throw by Russ, which is kind of disappointing to see, because he is my highest rated player on the team. I think he's like a 97 overall. And then again, like I said, just these long crossers, that's all this dude's got. And, you know, at the time, I didn't really have a whole lot of defense either. It was just a lot of man-to-man. I was just being very stubborn. But, you know, had I rematched my opponent with the same type of game, I know I would have shut this guy out without any problem. So, you know, it's just crazy to just watch this game back. I know it's been a little bit of time since this game was played, but, you know, it's frustrating because there's so many little things I could have done here and there to really, you know, change the outcome of this game. So, you know, we're okay, though. For as bad as we played, to only be down 1 possession and have the ball in the 4th quarter to try to go for the win, I mean, that's about as good of a position that you can be in. We just really just have to execute and just make things happen here. I tried to take a deep shot to Olsen. Not sure why, because Greg Olsen is like 58 million years old. Like, that's no shot at Greg Olsen. He's just not a burner anymore. So, I mean, there's really not much I can do there. And then again, I don't know what happened. Chris Carson, he's kind of, in my opinion, he's kind of someone that I'm a little disappointed. I expected a lot better from him. And then here, you know, I expect, you know, the one time that I needed ag from DK Metcalf for him to get it, but that's my fault for even thinking that. And that's pretty much just going to be GG's in the chat for this game. You know, very disappointing. I mean, honestly, if I just take my 3 in that situation right before half, and then I think I might have had one other shot to take 3 or something like that, you know, that's a completely different ball game. So, you know, hate to see that. Losing streak is now at 3 between Rams, Cardinals, and Eagles, so don't like to see that. So, you know, go ahead, move on. Next week we are back in the friendly confines. We're back at home taking on the New York Giants. We try to take a deep shot to DK Metcalf. He has a step on his defender and just flat out just drops it. That's so frustrating how, you know, it looks like we have his defender burnt, and then just for no reason just gets that ball popped out from behind him. You know, don't like to see it. And then again, like, what is that animation? Like, I don't know why, like, receivers can't catch that. That's their one job in this game, and they can't catch the ball. But that's neither here nor there. We're able to go ahead, score with Chris Carson. And right here, Stevie Ray Wonder Charles reporting for duty, but he gets bailed out by my defender who has freaking stone hands, can't catch the ball there. So don't like to see that, but, you know, we just got to keep things going on defense. Again, I don't know what it is about guys who really all they've got is just crossers, because that's really all that Madden is nowadays, is just crossers. But he's able to go ahead and take advantage, and I believe that was Slayton, his DB, that's able to go there. And right here, again, just another drop. The defender did not swat that ball. Like, DK Metcalf had a step on it. I think it was Bradbury, and for whatever reason, just not able to make anything happen there, not able to catch it. Greg Olsen able to go ahead and secure the catch there with the frisbee type animation. I hate that animation, I'll be perfectly honest. But, you know, we're trying to take a deep shot here to lock it. Honestly, I didn't see the defender there, and it shows because obviously I get intercepted there. But we're actually still up 1 just because my opponent, he did miss his field goal. He does get to throw out a sack, but, you know, fortunately for him, he's not able. It's nowhere near a defender, which I feel like that's just bad luck for me, because anytime I get to throw a sack, it's gift wrapped right to a defender, in my opinion. So just got to keep fighting here. 2nd and 6, he calls a sweep and just starts juking like crazy for no reason. And, you know, obviously Saquon Barkley is going to do the rest of the work there and go ahead, get in for a touchdown. Oh man, I'm just sick watching some of these games, man. Like, this is just, I basically, like, as if it was a reaction video, just watching some of these games. But Russell Wilson goes ahead, takes off, able to go ahead, get us a fresh set of downs here. Just trying to get anything, just get a big play popping or something just to get us the lead back. Able to go ahead and hit Dorsett on like the little drag, able to go ahead and get a fresh set of downs again. So 126 left remaining. We're going to go ahead, call a screen to our main guy, Rashad Penny, who, I feel like as far as from the receiving standpoint, he's probably about the best option we've got as a receiving back, and it shows right there as he's able to go ahead and maneuver his way, and then from there, fullback dive, Carlos Hyde puts his head down and is able to go ahead and walk in for a touchdown. So 30 seconds left, if we're able to, get a play here, but see, that's the thing that I don't understand. Let me know, you guys. Like, do you understand like why whenever you're playing man-to-man coverage, that was good man-to-man coverage, and for whatever reason the defender just completely just whiffs on that trying to go for the deflection or the interception. That, to me, that makes no sense, but that's neither here nor there. My opponent's able to go ahead, take his 3 right before half and take the lead. He's up by 2, decides to go for it, but we're able to go ahead, hold the door, able to go ahead and stuff his run and get the ball back and try to see if we can go ahead and reclaim this lead, man. It's been a frustrating game, to say the least, as far as from offensively, defensively, just everything that's just kind of falling apart for us this game. So, but we're able to go ahead, finally, big play, DK Metcalf finally comes through. I know sometimes my patience does kind of run thin with DK, but he's obviously the future. And then, like, I don't know what some of these reads are that this guy's making. He's just getting bailed out. And then, of course, what do guys that make blind reads do? They just run the ball. So, obviously, he's able to go ahead, take off with Saquon Barkley, and is able to go ahead, walk in for an easy touchdown. So, again, just down by 1, not the worst spot to be in. And we're going to go ahead, take off with Russell just for a couple yards here. Nothing. Don't try to, overcomplicate it. So at this point, I'm in a position where, if I manage the clock well enough, I can try to, get the game, just clock in and just get the field goal. But I get really stubborn here. I don't know how Jabril Peppers played that, because he was nowhere near that ball and all of a sudden just shows up out of nowhere to intercept that. Again, just another thing that to me makes no sense about how the secondary really plays in Madden, in my opinion. It looked like we had DK wide open on the post route, and then, like I said, just Jabril Peppers just comes out and plays out of nowhere. Again, so we do have to get a stop here. My opponent does get kind of cheated there. He's able to go ahead and not get his feet in bounds. So 4th and 3. If we can get a stop here, we put ourselves in a position to win the game, because he only has 2 timeouts. But of course, goes play action again. And just all these little crossers. I can't stop the crossers. It's just so frustrating. Really just trying to play any sort of defense right now with this team. So we do force 2nd and 13, take a timeout. He goes for it, rolls out again, but we're able to go ahead. I don't know how he got that completion there. That should have been a pick 6. But of course, DDA says otherwise. My opponent throws it up, but our guy Ugo Amadi is able to go ahead, pick it off, and able to get a nice return back to almost midfield. So guys, we got a chance to end the losing streak here. Can Russell Wilson get clutch like he does year in and year out? 4th quarter, minute and a half left. Let's get it. So we're able to go ahead, run the ball there for a first down with Chris Carson. We go no huddle, have to go no huddle, no timeouts. Throw the corner route to Olsen. He keeps his feet in bounds, but is not able to get out of bounds. 1 minute left. We go for it. We put ourselves in a good position, guys. Now, do we care about ice? Jason Myers, that's the question. Do you care about ice?
What the hell was that?
And of course, Jason Myers, sickening. That's about as disgusting a way that you can lose a game like that. And the losing streak continues up to this point, guys. Kind of a rough patch to hit in the season. But, we still do have a chance to make playoffs. It's just, down the stretch, we got to make things happen. Try to see if we can clutch out some big wins, down the stretch. But we'll go ahead. I'll post those next couple games here in, over the next couple days so we can get caught up. If you guys did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate you guys hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next one, guys, this is Dre Knows, and I'm signing out. Peace.